Alright, I'm going to attempt to replace this output jack on this bass guitar. This is a Fender Precision bass that I've had for almost 25 years. I've never had to do any electrical work on it. I just replaced the strings for the first time in about maybe 15 years. And it always did have a problem with output jack over the last 4 or 5 years, but it just doesn't work at all hardly anymore. So I ordered a couple of these guys off of Amazon. I went to Guitar Center to buy one, but they were out. So I got Amazon to deliver 2 for $9 next day. And so we're going to try to reuse these strings. I just literally put them on a week ago. So I'm going to loosen them up very carefully and pull out this panel and see if I can't get to this output jack to replace it. So the first thing I'm going to do is start loosening the strings. Now that I can get to the panel, I'm going to start slowly taking out these screws. And to do that, I'm going to use my Victorinox Cybertool. It's got this little bit driver and this tiny little Phillips screwdriver head. So I'm just going to put that in. Start taking these out. Sometimes these screws on guitars and bass guitars get really rusty. I had a Stratocaster. It's actually made in Mexico, just like this Fender P-Bass. And the screws like these rusted pretty bad, and I replaced them at some point. A couple of these are rusty, but overall they're not too bad. Gently lift up on the pick guard here, and you can access the electronic components. Here's the output switch here. So as you can see, it's soldered on. Here we just have a simple nut, which is not coming off with my fingers, so let's see if these pliers on the Victorinox I forget what size nut this is. Looks like 1/2 inch, maybe 7/16. So pull that off, and this little guy has a couple of, it's got a star washer and a regular washer. Actually, it looks like that could be a spring washer. So yeah, these 2 washers. And now we just need a soldering iron. So let me go get that, and we'll put on one of our new output jacks. Alright, hopefully the soldering iron should be heated up by now, so let's try getting this old output jack out. Let's see what they did is they wrapped it around there. Alright, I'm going to do something that they say you're never supposed to do, but I do almost every time. These are just wrapped around here way too crazy. So I'm just going to cut them off, because I'm tired of dicking with it. No, I've had guitar repair people tell me you never cut the length of a wire because it'll affect the sound. Well, I understand that. From an electronic standpoint, a few millimeters I don't think is going to affect me. And I've done this before. Alright, now that I got a little bit of each one of my wires stripped here, I'm going to hook them to the new output jack. Never said I was good at soldering. Doesn't look good, but it's on there. Okay, let's do a wiggle test here. Okay. Now, putting it as it should, put the barrel through there. Let's take the, you know what, let's take off this plastic that's been there for 25 years. Alright, the output jack has been soldered back in. It's been reattached, so now we're going to put all our screws back in. I'll start these all with finger. We don't do any cross threading. Alright, let's string it back up.